So I've just bought the HTC Vive, including the Deluxe Audio Strap, in order to complete my VR glasses collection so I can bring you the very best comparisons. And in this video, I'm going to unbox them and give them the famous face-on try. First without the Deluxe Audio Strap and then with it, coming up. Hi and welcome here to Mixed Reality TV. My name is Sebastian Ang, and if you're just as excited as me about things like the HTC Vive and VR and AR in general, then subscribe now and click the bell button so you don't miss anything. Now, this year the HTC Vive completes my collection of VR glasses. I have them all right now. The HTC Vive, the Oculus Rift, the Samsung Odyssey, Lenovo Explorer, PSVR, and of course I also have all the mobile VR devices like the Gear VR and the Daydream and so many cardboard headsets I can't even count them anymore. Now, it was really important for me to complete the collection with the HTC Vive so I can give you the very best comparisons between the glasses and give you the very best advice which one you should get, depending of course what is the most important for you. The tracking, the visuals, well, I can give you the very best comparisons right now, and you should totally stay tuned to Mixed Reality TV because there's going to be so much content coming up. But now enough of the talk, let's get to the unboxing. And here it is, my new HTC Vive, and I also got it together with the Deluxe Audio Strap, which came bundled with it, and the bundle price was 699 euros. Oh my goodness, this is much too expensive and cannot compare with the competition at all. And I only bought this, honestly speaking, for this channel as an investment so I can give you the complete comparisons with all the headsets. I would say 499 euros would be a price which would be okay, but 699 euros, oh my goodness. Anyways, okay, let's open this up now. Let's do the unboxing and let's do the face on. So the box, yep, opens like this, much better than the Samsung Odyssey, that's for sure. And we see here directly now on the left the base stations, in the middle the wands, and on the right I suppose it's the headset. But let's check out these controllers here. Now, from the very first moment you have them in the hand, it feels substantial, like quality. You can tell this is a high quality device with great components, great feel to it, and yeah, you have something substantial in your hands. Unfortunately, this is also one of the disadvantages that I see with these wands though. They are quite clunky, and if you compare them to Oculus Touch, there's no comparison at all. Oculus Touch wins because you completely forget them when you're in VR. But these ones, you can hardly forget them since they're so clunky and so big. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of these ones, I have to be honest with you. Even the Samsung Odyssey ones feel better in your hand than this device. This is really not ergonomic at all, and well, it feels like you're holding a sword in your hand. This might be incredible for sword games, but for all the other games, yeah, well, not so awesome. My overall favorite controllers are definitely the Oculus Touch ones, and I do think I should do an overall controller comparison now that I have all the devices. That would be pretty interesting. Alright, now let's have a look at the HTC Vive itself here on the right. Here it is. And let's get it out now. Does not feel as heavy as the Samsung Odyssey that I unboxed yesterday. And again, we have lots of cables here, just like with all the other headsets now at the moment in this generation. Lots of cables here, okay. And here is the HTC Vive. On the bottom you can see a camera for pass-through. This is not for locating the device in space, just like the Windows MR headsets. No, this is simply for you being able to see your surroundings if you want, and if you want to activate that camera. The head strap here, I'm going to exchange it later with the audio strap, with the Deluxe Audio Strap. Here, this is important. This is the IPD adjustment, so wonderful. With the HTC Vive, you can adjust the interpupillary distance. So if you don't have the average IPD of 64 millimeters, for example, you can adjust this. And that is so important. So please, before you buy any headset, check your own interpupillary distance and see if it's very much different from the average 64 millimeters. If yes, you need to get a headset with IPD adjustment like the HTC Vive, the Oculus Rift, or the Samsung Odyssey. Okay, I'm going to put this back into the box. We're going to have a closer look later, but now let's check what else is in the box. So here on the left, we have the two base stations. You will have to set them up in your play area and you have to calibrate everything. So this might take a while, but then you're going to have awesome tracking. Let's check the rest of the box here on the bottom. And there's quite lots of other things here. Totally different than what we saw with the Samsung Odyssey and all the other Windows MR devices, since you simply don't need all that stuff needed for tracking. Now, this here, for example, is for the base stations so that you can attach them to the wall or to whatever you want to attach them to. So this is definitely very useful. And here are all the manuals. Well, the manuals for the base station mounting. So this setup again is going to be quite a bit more difficult than with the Samsung Odyssey. It was so fun yesterday. Simply put them into the computer and everything worked. That is really good. Okay, good. Yeah, so these are the base station mounts. Nothing so special about them. Let's see what else is there in the box. Quite a lot of things. So I really have to study all that. Here is a power cable, probably for one of the base stations, because there's another one in there as well. And yeah, exactly, here's another one. So the good thing about those base stations as compared to those base stations of the Oculus Rift is that you do not have to connect those base stations with your computer. Whereas from the Oculus Rift, you have to connect the base stations with USB cables to your computer, and then 3 USB ports are going to be gone. 1 for the Oculus Rift and 2 for the base stations, or even 3 if you want to have a 3 base station setup, which is of course much better for the Rift. And we're still not finished yet. Here on the right side we have more cables and more other stuff. Let's have a look at this here. This is the link box. You connect the cables of the HTC Vive with that box, and that box has to be powered again and also being connected to your computer. So yeah, it's a bit complicated. This was another face panning and more cables to probably charge your controllers, and more cables. And this here are like some in-ear headphones. Makes sense, because at that time when it first came out, they wouldn't know yet that they include the Deluxe Audio Strap later. So that's why we have some simple in-ear headphones here included. And that's it now for all the contents of the box. Let's have a look at the headset. And here it is, the HTC Vive, again with that camera down there for pass-through video, and the cables, 4 cables actually, also the audio cable coming out there. But now let's have a look here at the bottom. Yep, so there's lots of nose room, plenty of nose room. For people with big noses, this will be great. Now for those cables, they get passed through over your head, at least for the original strap. For the Deluxe Audio Strap it's a bit different, but I'm going to show you that later. Yeah, so for the original head strap here, it does not look very comfortable. And in general, I don't like this ski mask setup where you would press something against your face with straps. I much more prefer the PSVR style. Anyways, they included the Deluxe Audio Strap, so that should be much better. So now let's have a look again at the IPD adjustment here, this knob here. So this knob is super important, as I have mentioned before. It's for the IPD adjustment, so you can change the distance of the lenses to each other and match this to your eyes, so you will have the best experience possible. Good, now next let's have a closer look here at the padding. Padding looks good. And the great thing is here that you can detach it You can exchange it for some custom ones, or you can replace it with the same ones if you want to, so that is good. Now let's have a look at the lenses, and as you can tell, they are Fresnel lenses. You can tell by these concentric rings, and this helps to bring you the biggest FOV possible. So the HTC Vive has a very good field of view, and I'm going to compare the HTC Vive with the Samsung Odyssey and all the other headsets that I have. So do stay tuned to Mixed Reality TV to watch all of these comparisons. Yeah, again, the strap here does not look very good, and it's going to be replaced by the Deluxe Audio Strap first thing. Alright, so now let's unbox the Deluxe Audio Strap that came with the HTC Vive, now in a bundle for 699 euros in Germany, and you should also have the same bundle wherever you are actually. Before this was bundled, this was 119 euros here in Germany, so quite expensive for some audio strap, but well, let's have a look at it and see if it would be worth it if you already have the HTC Vive and consider to get this one on top. Now, this unboxing shouldn't be as complicated as the one for the HTC Vive, so here it is, simply the Deluxe Audio Strap, or do you say Deluxe in the States? I'm not sure. Probably here we say Deluxe because we're so close to France. Okay, so here it is. It does look great. It looks so comfortable, looks much better than what is included with the HTC Vive from the beginning. So here you have the headphones. They can clip out, I would call that. So if you need to get into the headset, or if you want to have a break from the audio, you can simply clip them out and you're done. Also, they are adjustable in height, so lots of things. Here's the knob to adjust the size. So you can simply turn the dial and you can adjust the size. Looks fantastic, really good. Yeah, that's it already. Not so much to talk about this one. So this strap here, this is the top strap. And yeah, this one will attach to the HTC Vive headset. But you know what? I think you've seen enough of this. Let's put on the HTC Vive now. Alright, here it is, the HTC Vive. Now, that was quite the different unboxing experience as compared to yesterday's Samsung Odyssey, don't you think so? So yesterday in the Samsung Odyssey box there was only the headset, controllers, some batteries, and that's it. You simply plug it to the computer and it works. So for this here, wow, it seems like I have to study how to set this up. And well, I didn't just tell you, but here are like 3 cables coming out of the HTC Vive. Those have to go into this link box. The link box has to be connected to the computer. I have to set up the base stations, have to calibrate everything. It's quite the ordeal. So in that point, I have to tell you, I really prefer the easy setup of the Windows mixed reality headsets. Anyways, I'm still looking forward to show you this and to review this and to compare this with all the other headsets that I have. But now the big moment has come. I'm going to put this on here for the very first time. So just like yesterday, I first have to untangle the cable here so that they won't hang around in my face. And then I'm going to put this on for the first time. I have already adjusted the straps a bit, since they seem to not well fit my head size, so I have made it a bit bigger. And then I'm going to try it out for the first time without the Deluxe Audio head strap, and then I'm going to install it, and then I'm going to try it with the Deluxe Audio head strap and see the difference. So it does not look so great to me. In general, I don't like this kind of ski mask thing. I prefer the PSVR setup. But anyways, let's do this and let's wear the HTC Vive here for the very first time. Well, not my very first time, I had this on, but for this one, for this particular one, I'm going to wear it for the very first time here. Okay, yes, seems I have put the straps correctly. And yeah, it's not so bad actually, even though this ski mask thing. So I think once you have found the right settings for those straps, it is pretty comfortable, yes. And well, for the light bleeding here, First of all, the nose has lots of room, which is good. And well, the light bleeding is very comparable to what I had yesterday with the Samsung Odyssey. Probably a bit more even, I would say. I have quite lots of room here in the nose, and it does not have these kind of flaps, which some people might think is better since they won't press on your nose, but there's gonna be a bit more light coming in. So yeah, in general, I still prefer the PSVR style of headsets, but I would not say this is uncomfortable. Actually, I think this is pretty good. Yeah, and it's not so heavy. The Samsung Odyssey is a bit heavier, but because of this PSVR style, you won't feel it. But I could definitely work with this, yes. Okay, good. So, for the very first time that I wear this one, I already wore the HTC before, but I would say this is pretty comfortable. And anyways, you can still exchange the face padding if you want. So yeah, this is pretty good. But now I'm going to install the Deluxe Audio Strap and will let you guys know if there's a big difference in comfort with the Deluxe Audio Strap. So let me install that right now. Alright, I have successfully attached the Deluxe Audio Strap, and this is how it looks like. As you can tell, it looks definitely better already, looks much more comfortable, and much more like a 699 euro device. Okay, so I'm going to check this out now for the very first time in the famous Face On Try, and I will let you know my very first impressions. So already also much better. You simply have to turn this dial here in order to attach it stronger to your head. So much better than have to fiddle with these straps like before. So let's see how this goes now. Okay, the very first impression, definitely a big improvement over the HTC Vive without the Deluxe Audio Strap. It's definitely better than with those straps only, and it does feel comfortable. Yes, this is definitely something that you can work with. It's good. While in general, I don't like this setup where you have to put something on your face. So as opposed to those PSVR style where your forehead carries all the weight, I still think this is comfortable and yeah, something that you could wear for a longer period of time. But the long-term review will give you the final decision if I think this is really something that you could wear for a very long time. But now for the very first impression, yes, this is good, especially with the audio, with the Deluxe Audio Strap. It's a big improvement, and yeah, good. So my first impression, this is comfortable. But you know what? Now I totally forgot to check out those headphones here. So I have to go back in and I have to check this one again. So okay, yeah, so they definitely fit over my ears. And there's lots of space. Look at this. I could still put them down until here. So they are definitely not too short at all. There's lots of space. And they fit over my ears very well. Okay, perfect. So I'm not going to tell you now, okay, this is more comfortable than this headset. This is going to happen in the in-depth comparison reviews where I'm going to check this one against Oculus Rift, this one against Samsung Odyssey against Oculus Rift, and so on and so forth. So just by itself, this is a very comfortable headset, and there's really absolutely nothing I could complain about here. And that's it for this unboxing and face-on try of the HTC Vive, including Deluxe Audio Strap. There's so many comparisons and reviews coming up on this channel, so do make sure that you subscribe and click on the bell button so you don't miss any of those videos. But that's it now for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If yes, give it a thumbs up, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next episode. See you then.